Okay, please, can you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Engineer Viglo. So I think that's my social media name, Engineer Viglo. And my full name is Joshua Amagashi Viglo. Yes.
Why engineering?
I'm a civil engineer. So I studied civil engineering tech and I've been practicing civil engineering for the past 5 years, depending
So
on how you want to look at it.
okay, so why you join farming? What time do you come into farming?
I made a post on my class page that how a civil engineer became a farmer. And my classmates were saying I was farming before I came to the civil engineering school.
Okay.
I don't know how they got that information though, but so I think my dad really liked farming, though he was also not a farmer or a full-time farmer. Now he says he's a farmer. But that impression when we were young, we didn't like the farm.
Farming.
It was like punishment. So my dad would always keep a lawn in front. You have to weed, and then we had a cassava farm beside our house, so we had to work inside. So you would do cassava. Then when they harvest the cassava, there's a short rainy season. You will do maize. You harvest the maize, then you go back to cassava. So we used to do that. And then you have some small, like just one bed of plants at the back. So sometimes it does okra. When you harvest it, there's always an orange tree. Then you harvest it, then you try pepper. So you always keep something in the house. You use it to work out and stuff. And we didn't really like it, but growing up, I realized that he said something. He said, grow what you eat and eat what you grow.
Okay.
You understand? So I realized that why not? And we started getting exposed to some of the economics and business behind farming and how healthy it is to grow something locally, and then the little business opportunity in it as well. So I started leaning towards it some more. Yeah. So that's how I found myself here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So compare the two, do you able to if I work all the two together?
I'm able to manage the two.
Yeah.
So farming is it like a side hustle or a passive business? I don't come to the farm every day.
Okay.
But I come to the farm every weekend.
Okay.
So usually Friday I go back. Now we are at Ebri, so I go to the Volta region one weekend. The next weekend I come to Ebri.
Okay.
And that's why I told you that I go to the Volta region every 2 weeks. So one weekend I'm here, the other weekend I'm there. So what you need is you get a good farm manager. In the end, I'm not too good with the plants as well. So you get a good farm manager. Then weekend you come and see what is happening. And beyond what happens in the soil is getting the produce to either the market or to the consumers and those stuff. So when you're in Accra, you are forging relationships, trying to see whether you can get buyers for your crops. There is I should have taken to that place. There is a place where we clean them nicely and package them and all those stuff at Lakeside Estate. So
I thought only the animal farm that you need to get farm manager. I don't know, like crops you need to get farm manager.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what happens when a farmer. You see the guy who's working at the down there. He barely has any knowledge about agronomics and agriculture and all those stuff. So if it were a big farm, you need like an agro specialist, okay? Like an agri extension officer or something. But it's expensive. So those people have to visit occasionally. Sometimes they'll tell you that, oh, when the leaves are curling some way, it means something. You understand? When the color is changing, it means something. When it's spotting, it means something. There's a time you have to spray.
Yeah,
okay, and all those stuff. And there's a time you should put fertilizer. Those people know all those stuff. These people don't really know it. They just, sometimes after doing it for a long time, they
learn.
They try to figure it out. They remember what they did. But the other challenge right now is that they don't even work too long on the farm. After a few years, they become more ambitious and then they go. You remember the guy was saying that the other guys are Trasaco. So they move to construction or something. So you need to be able to transfer the knowledge along. So I have a partner, his name is Tijani. He's not here today. He's my mentor in this. You get it? Okay. So he's someone who comes here every day. Sure. So the farm manager should come at least 5 days in a week to observe what is happening, make sure that the crops are not being overgrown by weeds. You understand? The spraying is done at the right time. The guys are not just walking over the seedlings on the farm. They don't water in the afternoon. You don't water in the afternoon. Some of those stuff.
In the morning, in the evening.
Water in the morning and the evening. But for workers, they can just want to do anything. You need someone who has your interest at heart. And usually that person should be a partner. not just an employee, because employees are not usually too committed to the success of the work. They just turn up and get paid.
Why partnership?
So you see, an employee will get paid whether or not you win.
Sure.
So you just show him the plot. Oh, you farm this place. That's it. Whether he's removing the crops with the weed, nobody cares.
Okay.
You understand? So whether or not you make money, he doesn't really care. But the farm manager only makes money when you make money. So you strike a deal. When we sell it, you get 10%, you get 20%. Or you to bring money, let me bring money. Actually, my partner has a lot of money in this, the vegetable farm. Okay, so the vegetable farm was something he started for more than 15 years.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So he has invested money and time in, so he cannot watch it fail. You understand? Then you can put his money. So that's another thing about Greek. If the person is not on the farm and is claiming that he can work with you or something, or he doesn't have his sweat inside, he's selling everything out to you.
I think people will learn that side. So maybe somebody have money and somebody is good in farming. Just support the person by capital, so that you go terms with the person. So any percentage you bargaining for it.
Okay. So it has to be partnership than just pay the people. You pay them off, you don't get anything.
I tell you, what might do one bug like what might travel and you see the youth are travel. Yes. The rate of the youth are travel to abroad.
Yes, they are running away.
They run away.
Me too, I want to run away.
But you are here.
The only reason why I'm not going is I didn't get a visa.
So like we normally say like agriculture is a backbone of Africa.
Yes.
Do you believe on that?
Yes, I really believe on that, but not the kind of agriculture we are doing here. Like this farm is small. Okay. This farm cannot even feed a community, so that thing is a very tricky statement. Now, the same statement my dad makes: if we can feed ourselves, then we can now export and feed other people.
Okay.
The moment we cannot feed ourselves, we are poor and broke and slaves. It doesn't matter whether we are driving a G-Wagon or a Land Cruiser.
Okay.
I hope you understand it. And that's where the issue is. Because if you can feed yourself, you can call your shots. And usually agriculture is the one that produces everything else. So you can shelter yourself. Okay, because the wood and the like that I use to build all came from farmlands. You understand? Cotton, people have cotton farm and all those things. So you have to be able to feed yourself. Then you can now export. Okay. So when you have that, then you can now decide what you want to eat. In Ghana right now, I don't know, and I'm not a fan of that, but jollof rice is not a Ghanaian food.
Wow.
The rice is imported from China. So we cannot promote that thing that Ghanaians and Nigerians have been doing. Nigeria jollof. No. I don't do it. I'm not part of it. As much as jollof rice is the food I like, I know how to cook. You understand? We have to promote things like gobe.
Gobe.
Beans.
That one is Kofi Kinata. Kofi Kinata is promoting gobe.
I'm a gobe fan. So I know all the gobe beans in Accra.
Okay.
You understand? Because gobe, the beans is made in Ghana.
Sure.
The gari is from cassava in Ghana. The oil is palm oil made in Ghana.
Sure.
The pepper, I like pepper is an elementary for gobe for me. It's made in Ghana. And the plantain is made in Ghana. So when you promote gobe, you are creating value for things made in Ghana. When you promote jollof,
you are promoting somebody
for China. We have become marketing managers for China. You understand? Sure. So something like fried yam is there. Watch is okay because it's 50-50, but I don't like it as well because it has rice inside. And you promote fufu, and you promote banku.
Fufu is a full local made.
Yeah, it has to be fully Ghanaian. You understand? I'm not anti cross-boundary partnership, but we have to promote our own, eat our own. Then you realize that there will be value for the farmers because it's a game of numbers. If there are no people appreciating what we are producing, then we begin to have the national crisis we're having because all the money from Ghana is being exported in exchange for rice, in exchange for other imported fruits. You get it? And then you get into national crisis.
But when it comes to rice, I think that Ghana today, they plant rice.
Yes, we have rice. Actually, in the part of Ghana that I come from, Volta region, we have a lot of rice farms. We have Aveme rice. Okay, we have some Sogakop and Aveme are close. All the way towards Joje. There are a lot of rice farms there. They actually have the healthy rice, the yellow one.
Okay.
Not the yellow one, the brown one.
Brown one.
That one is not polished. So when it's not polished, it has more fiber than the polished one.
Polished one. Okay.
But Ghanaians don't like it because they call it too Jimmy.
Is it the promotion is low or what? How they?
It's not perfumed. You know, the Chinese one is perfumed. And then that one, when you cook it too, it's sticky.
Okay.
The Chinese one is nice. You can use it for fried rice. It's nice, but it's very healthy. And some of us eat it. Like for me, I always opt for Ghana rice.
Okay.
You understand? And it's very healthy. And you can cook rice meals with it. But the other thing is that as much as those factories are big and they are producing, they cannot exactly feed the country. You know how many tons of rice is exported into Ghana? So assuming they decide that we will not import rice again, the local rice that we produce cannot feed the country because the marketing has become so indigenous that the average Ghanaian eats rice every day.
I do one of the rice and I ask the farmers why the local rice is expensive than the foreign one.
Yes.
I think they say the labor cost is too much. That's why the local rice is very expensive.
It's not very true. That's what it seems like, but it's not very true. This is what happens. So if you go to a Chinese farm, you can see 10,000 acres of rice farm, 100,000 workers, big machines. You understand the irrigation system is there and they are moving through. So the amount of rice that they produce is big. 1 million tons of rice.
So one farm. That's one farm.
You understand? It's called economics of scale. So they have machines and those things. So one person is doing the work of 1,000 people in China. So, but when it comes to Ghana, you abandon this guy on the whole farm the whole day. You understand? No tools, no machines. And we are not able to afford the machines. So we are not able to mechanize the farm. So our production is labor intensive. Because Ghanaian labor is not expensive. How much do we pay laborers in Ghana?
It's less.
You know how much they pay farm workers in Ghana? They barely get 100 cedis a day. That 100 Ghana cedis is like $8. That's someone's hourly rate in US.
24 hours, 8. Is it 8 hours or so?
8-hour work. Usually they will come at dawn. So they start by 6. Then by 10 o'clock, they go on a break.
They'll eat inside.
They'll eat, relax. Then around 2:30, 3 o'clock, then they kind of finish up. Or sometimes you count the number. You see, this one is vegetable farm, so you can give them a bed.
Okay.
You can say if you finish this bed, 100 cedis. You finish this bed, 100 cedis. It's not too expensive. You understand? Or the tractor operator, you pay him 200 cedis a day. It's not expensive. It's the scale of the work that is not expensive. The challenge is that the Chinese are beating us to economics of scale. So they are able to produce it at a cheaper rate, export it. They have nice tax regimes. They have nice finance regimes. Their loans are cheap. I understand the government is sensitizing them and promoting it and investing into it. The land tenure system is fair and nice. Ghana, you have a terrible land tenure. So they're able to produce money. When it gets there, it's still cheaper compared to the Ghana rice. But it's not the Ghana rice that's expensive. If Chinese don't know how to give cheap things, rice is cheap food in China. You get it? Yeah, the rich Chinese drinks tea. You get it? So we have to now give value to the food that we think is cheap.
So how can you give value to the food that is cheap?
We have to promote it. We have to do awareness. You understand? We have to eat gobe.
But I think Ghana, I forgot the actual aid. They say grow
Ghana, eat
Ghana, yeah.
Yes, so those kind of campaigns, we have to appreciate them and push them. You understand? What you are doing, that's what you are doing, and you are promoting Ghanaian food. You see, I'll tell you something about this farm. You will be surprised to realize that most of the vegetables here are not being eaten by Ghanaian locals.
Why?
Because the business numbers are not nice. So this is a parsley bed, okay?
Yeah.
Parsley costs 2 times more than carrots. The imported carrot is cheaper than the Ghanaian carrot. And that one is nicer and more orange and all those things. So the people prepare the imported one. But for parsley, the foreigners in Ghana, they like it. And they are willing to pay more for organic parsley.
Okay.
So now we are now producing something for them. That's another problem in Ghana. Most of the big farms in Ghana, they are not producing the food for Ghana. They are producing it to export. And we too, we are importing from other sides. So they do the inorganic one, they send it to us. We do the organic one, we send it to them. You get it? I'm telling you the truth.
So because this one is serious. So what can we do? What can the youth can do so that we can change the
narratives? Yes. So the thing is, we need to begin to appreciate our own. First is awareness. We all have to draw. If it's made in Ghana and it's a little more expensive, we should still appreciate it, so that the farmer can make his money, so that the farmer will find it worthy investing into things for Ghanaians. Because the farmer doesn't want to keep his things and nobody is buying. He will produce the one that people are buying. So if Ghanaians are eating it, then the farmer can produce more and scale up. You understand? Then more people should invest into agriculture. Some people have money sitting down there, but people don't like investing into agriculture because of the uncertainty. Okay, the things can die. There can be drought. So now we are investing into technology. That's how you see these pipes here. So we have a stream here. These things are 3-month crops. So we farm 4 times a year.
Sure.
Do you understand? But other places, when it doesn't rain, then you cannot farm. So if you invest into it, and then the people are farming, and the money is not coming, it makes more business sense to invest into Uber rather, which is a foreigner's business.
Okay.
You understand? Or something else. So we should begin to support our own and draw. And the young farmers who probably have a farm, or you have an older person investing in your farm, you have to exercise that moral integrity of protecting the person's investor's money so that he can give you more.
So what the measurement the person can do?
Yes. So like for the farmer, what can he do so that he gets more investment? Okay, so investor readiness is a different thing altogether. It's general for businesses. You have to ensure that you give value to the person who is giving you money. Okay, so depending on how much the person is bringing on board, you make sure that when you collect the money, use it for where you collected the money from. Because sometimes you want to get maybe 10 acres of land, 100 acres of land. It's expensive. So someone has to put money into it. You have to give the person the real numbers. Sometimes they exaggerate the numbers. When you exaggerate the numbers, you make it attractive for the person to enter. When the person enters, the person feels discouraged to do more. The person gets like disappointed. So you don't exaggerate the numbers. Okay, so you make sure that the numbers are real and achievable. Then when you're on the farm, you make sure that you do best practices. You pay attention times too. So you see that everybody is happy.
Sure.
That's how it works. You can do cassava in a year. It takes 12 months.
12 months,
So by the end of the 12 months, it's harvested. You look for a starch factory, you look for an alcohol factory. You are good to go.
The way you are going alcohol and stuff, yes, focus more about this thing, cassava and say. Because I thought cassava only for food that you can use.
No. Hey,
so you just
cassava.
educate us more about cassava because. So, but this, I will you watch my interview more because this interview, I don't think you have format because we just divert everything so I can get more passion there.
As when it comes, it's not scripted. So in Ghana, some of the 2 plants that everybody should farm is cassava and plantain.
Cassava and plantain.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't get bad.
Okay.
You understand? They don't get bad. So if you have cassava, fufu is the least you will do it to cassava.
It's a least?
Yeah.
I thought the fufu is the highest.
No, you cannot eat too much fufu. No, I'll show you some things that you can do with cassava.
Okay.
If you do gari with cassava.
After COVID-19, gari is expensive.
If gari is expensive, then it's good business for you.
Yeah, but like after COVID-19, gari is expensive.
That's good business for us.
Okay.
You understand? If we promote gobe and everybody's eating gobe in Ghana, then cassava business will boom.
Boom. Sure.
So the thing about gari is that even if you have 1 million acres, if you can quickly fry it, you can store it up and sell it all through a year. Or 2 years. Gari doesn't get bad. It's dry.
No expiring dates.
It doesn't no expiring date. So long as it's dry, there's no water coming to contact it. It lasts forever.
Wow.
Yeah. The only problem is the container and those things and water.
So are we able to
if you can keep it dry. Yeah, so you keep it in airtight containers.
Okay.
I understand. So wherever you keep it, makes sure the airtight is dry, the humidity is very low. So you need a nice warehouse. So that's where the problem is. If you can get those things for big scale. You understand? But gari, the demand is good.
Okay.
So you don't have a problem. You get a sack, you put rubber inside. pour the gari inside. You are good to go.
Wow.
I understand. Then you can do, if it gets older, you can use to do kokunte.
Kokunte.
It also doesn't go bad. You see, when things are in powdered form.
So if the cassava is
fresh,
you
use it to do fufu. If it grows older, use it to do gari.
Wow.
If it really grows old, use it to do kokunte.
Wow.
You understand?
I like the way you are breaking it down, because like we are talking about farming. That means that it's not everybody can into farming. Somebody can to gari.
Yeah. So somebody can actually invest into a gari production.
So it's not maybe that you need to come and
no, you don't have to come into the bush. Okay. You just have a plant that you can.
But there's still no finisher, so just go. You say gari.
So now maybe if you realize that you are overwhelmed, then you can sell it to a starch production factory.
Okay.
You can sell it to an ethanol production factory.
Okay.
You understand? You can export the cassava itself as it is.
Okay.
You get it? You can export it as it is. So how many have you gotten? Six business opportunities for cassava. The other one is plantain.
Now, what about where cassava alcohol come inside?
Yes. So the alcohol, usually you need a plant.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe when you are a farmer, you shouldn't be bothered about the production of alcohol. You look for someone who is doing the production of alcohol. You ask them what kind of cassava they want. Sometimes they prefer a particular breed. Okay, they prefer it at a particular stage, at a particular weight. Then you supply it to them. You get it. There is a factory like that in the Volta region. The production of alcohol and ethanol, they are similar.
So that means that if you want to plant and sell to the company, you need to go for the company what they need.
Yes, you have to inquire from them, because some companies, they will even give you
capital.
They want hardly will they give you capital, but they will give you the type of the stock that they want, so that you will just buy it from them and go and plant. Depending on the funding the company has, either they give it to you or you buy it from them and you go and plant it. That is also there.
Okay.
You get it? So you have to optimize the location. So usually maybe you are close to that factory, then you know that that's what you are doing.
Okay.
Because you see, the agriculture chain is long. The problem I see a lot of people is that they want to do everything in the chain.
Okay.
But it's so long a chain, and you cannot do everything in the chain, especially in 2 to 5 years. No.
I want to do my channel. I want to do one of topic on the chain, so that people will.
The value chain of agriculture.
What I'm doing is one of them. One of the value chain.
So this is actually marketing.
Yeah.
It's part of the value chain. Yeah, so you can look at the whole value chain from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. I'm planning to go to the market women and talk to them. How the business is going. Are they able to make it in the business and stuff, so that somebody too can put money inside. So let's go to the cassava.
Yes, the market women, they make a lot of money. The cassava or the plantain.
The plantain.
You have to take this banana away. Hamid. So plantain, there's that thing that they do it. Unripe plantain, they have a name for it. I don't like that, but people cook it. When you cook unripe plantain, how is it called?
Plantain, when you cook?
Yeah, when you cook unripe plantain.
I don't remember.
Is it ampesi?
Ampesi is the one you use for the war. If they use
yes, that's ampesi.
Yeah, ampesi.
So that's the first thing I use plantain for.
So you use the first one for ampesi.
And when plantain gets more ripe, when you fry it, you get gobe.
Okay.
You can use it as the plantain on gobe. It's very sugary and nice.
Yeah.
So I always eat wache with plantain. I eat rice with plantain.
Wow.
Even if you want to get it sweeter, you allow it to get more ripe.
Yeah.
Then you can use it to make kelewele. That's still money. Then even if it gets more ripe, you can now mash it up. I used to do kakulo.
Sure.
You understand? One other thing that I didn't even talk about, you can use plantain, you cook it ripe with yam and eat it like that. Another thing I didn't talk about, when it's not too ripe, that's what they add to the cassava to get fufu.
that's the made in Ghana food.
That's the made in Ghana fufu. So you will see the neat fufu. They had a processing plant, unripe plantain, then they grind it. It's in powder.
Making it powder from.
Yeah, it's just plantain.
So that there's a company that's buying the
plantain.
wall. Sure. Okay.
You get it? So that one too is there.
But cassava,
Yes.
when you plant plantain, you just when you full grow, you just cut and just then it again.
Yes. And plantain is always, you see, when you plant it somewhere, it is automatically
Multiple.
propagating. It is automatically propagating. So
Wow.
it doesn't need too much maintenance. If you leave it in the bush, it will still do well. But if you do it as a business, you have to maintain it a little bit. But the maintenance is very low. Cassava and plantain, like, it's so easy. You don't have too much germs, worms, pest issues worrying it.
Cassava, that no, the when the canopy come, you will not weed again.
You not even weed again. Under is clear.
When it comes to this vegetables, there's every day into weed.
Yes.
Wow.
So those ones are easy.
But those one too, to the farmer, they say that one money is not inside, because when it comes to vegetables, there's 3 months.
Yeah, so
just cash out.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying, that depending on the mindset, that if you are trying to get your money back very fast, you lean towards this. But the other ones that take time is called crop estate. It's
crop estate.
Yeah. So if you have a mango farm, you wait for 5 to 10 years for the mango farm to begin to make sense. After 10 years, bro, you don't have to do anything. You just wake up, be monitoring it. When they are old, each tree can give you more than 50 in one harvest.
So I think one person come to my office and say, my grandfather plants mango tree. Up to now, the mango is still harvesting.
Yeah. So you don't have to plant again. So from 10 years,
you just do
till about 40 years.
After you pull me, there's
just be harvesting. Maybe your hand cannot reach again or something.
That one, when you do pull me, the thing will come down small.
You understand? So people begin to hang stones on it. So you'll be harvesting it, and it's no longer costing you how much it costs you to start. So that one is when you have investment mindset, when it begins to think long term.
That one you call it estate, or yes, it's the way they call it.
Yes, that is crop estate. It's called crop estate. It's passive income. So it will no longer be too intensive. You just be counting the days. When it's mature, you go and harvest. When it's mature, you go and harvest. And you invest.
But when it comes to mango, that one you do more maintenance. That one there you do more maintenance.
Not as intensive as this stuff.
So that one there you do more, because I do one of mango tree. So at least mango there I have small every idea, because I know you need to spray it and pest, and so you need to spray it and.
But it's not as intensive as vegetable.
Vegetable they don't have money, can't do it, because especially this carrot.
You have to pay attention.
Carrots, if you not take attention on it, you run out of loss.
You get it. Coconut. You just be harvesting.
I don't think coconut you have maintenance. That one we just cut it and just dominate.
You understand?
Wow.
You just be harvesting.
So the coconuts,
those ones are cash crops.
So the coconuts, is it only the one you buy and you drink it, or you can do different things?
Have you thought of why they even call them cash crops?
No.
When in school, they taught us that thing.
Oh, you educate them more, because we forget the one we learned. So if you can educate on that,
that's where the big money is. Cocoa. So coconut, let me tell you a few things you can do with coconut. The water, if you are able to process it nicely, you can just harvest the water and sell the water. Right? You process the water, store it, and bottle it and sell.
Okay.
Or can it and sell. People have started that. You can give it to the boys at the roadside, right?
Okay.
The food inside, if you can harvest it nicely, okay, people chop it nicely, and they used to do chips, coconut chips.
Yeah, why not? I think wodemaya also do one video on that.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you can use it to do that. And that chips, there are different ones that you can do with it. Okay, so that one is there. Then the hacks. You can dry it nicely somewhere. Okay, then you chop it and you bake it into charcoal, or use it as fuel.
Charcoal, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see that.
They understand to produce it somewhere else. So that one is also useful. You get it. So every part of the coconut tree, and then the leaves, people use it to do the traditional fence walls. That is useful. Just that when you are farming it on a big scale, that one doesn't make economic sense to you.
Okay.
But it's useful in that way. So every part of the coconut tree It's useful. One of those kind of plants is what's the name of this plant?
Good.
Palm wine.
Palm wine.
Palm tree.
Palm tree. That's the next question I want to ask you, because the way we are going, because we want to promote like
agric. You understand? So agric, you cannot lose.
Crop estate, because that one I prefer those who have money and they want to invest, they can go into it big time, so that it can.
So what you do for that is that usually, you see, when you are thinking estate, okay, this is a real estate stuff, but you know I'm into
you give me some small upon on that. So
yes. So right now, land in my hometown is very cheap. Okay, $5,000 you can get an acre.
Okay, so please, I'm coming.
Yes.
You talk everything like this.
Yes.
How they able to plant this and stuff.
Yes.
What land is good for that, and what location that somebody is watching and you want to start, because the way you are talking, the person gets that more passion that you want to start.
Yes.
Is it the land? Is it the person to buy the land, or the person need to rent the land, or where the person can get land from?
So the land tenure system is interesting, but Ghana is blessed there. There was a white man who once came to Ghana. My dad knows his name, but I don't know the name. He said, Ghana, you look around, everywhere is green. You understand?
Sure.
Ghana, you eat mango, you throw the seed away. The next day you are passing, it germinates.
Sure.
So everywhere is good. But there are some areas that are better for some stuff than some other areas. But it's not like the other places cannot do. So when you talk about cocoa, there are some areas that we all know that you do.
That one is true.
And when you talk about cassava, you go to water region. Coconut, you go to water region. All those stuff, you go to water region. That one is there.
Okay, so I'm coming.
Yes.
You continue.
That's about the area. Now the land tenure system is this. Usually when you start, you and I, we don't have money. So we don't have to buy land. You can rent the land, 250 cedis per acre. You don't need 10 acres. You start with 1 acre for the learning process, for this small vegetable stuff, and scale up and increase the money. Learn, then you can scale up. You understand?
Please, you hear me ask this question before you continue. 250 cedis per acre.
Yeah.
That's the 4 plots. So if you don't know the acre, that's the 4 plots.
That's 4 plots.
So that means that for 1 year.
For 1 year.
Okay, so you continue.
You understand? So you rent it, you pay. So when you finish that side and you want to scale up, I told you should never go more than ×2. So you just double it. So it becomes 2 acres.
Okay.
So the next year, maybe you are happy with the game you have learned. So you do 2 acres, 500 cedis.
Okay, sure.
So the third year, you do 4 acres, 1,000 cedis. So it's not going. The fifth year, you do 8 acres. So within 5 years, you can now be around 10 acres. But usually you cannot scale up that fast. It takes time to learn.
Okay, so
scale up.
So that means that the 250, it's not like you not get it like anywhere is 250. Every place have its own.
Okay.
Every place have its own price, because I believe that like some places higher than this and some too. So it depends.
So every area is higher than the Volta region.
Okay, sure.
So usually farmland is off the main road. You saw the road we passed here.
We do blog. I have to check on my personal blog. If you see that one, we go past water and stuff.
All those stuff. So the farmland is off the main road. When you see there is no electricity, wire all around. So it's not serviced. That's why it's that cheap. When it's serviced, it becomes building plots. So farmland is there. You have to go to those kind of areas to get it that cheap. You understand? Sure. Then if you have money or you have an investor, you have a rich uncle and those things, you can buy it. You understand? That's what I mean. It's also not too expensive. Okay. $5,000, $10,000, depending on the location, you can buy it. And the things you just look out is that the land should have some small slope so that you can drain the water so that it doesn't flood. Unless you are doing rice, you want it to flood the land. But usually, as much as you need water on the farm, you don't want the farm to flood.
I learned something. Because I thought that you need to, when you come to farming, you need to get
very
flat land. Okay.
You don't want the farm to flood. So that's why they do beds and do the gutters.
Okay.
You don't want the farm to flood. Understand? Then you have some stream close by. When you have a stream, you dig a small pond.
Okay, so you just where you say the land is 250. Because after this video, I believe people will call you to.
Oh yes.
If people will call you the location so that the number will be on the screen or something. Yes. I don't put the number on the screen because maybe the line will change, so I will never put on the comment section so that you can think. When WhatsApp me to, I will send to you. So like where the land is, the person can get water.
Yes, so you have to get it close to a stream so that you always have water. If there is no water close to the land, be careful.
So that the person can do the vegetables.
Yes.
It can do any kind of farming.
Yes.
Wow.
So if there is no water at all, then you have to do a borehole.
Oh.
Yeah. Because as for farming, agriculture lives and dies with water.
Once I learned is when you are doing farming, you are depending only the rainwater. That matter. You run out of water, because if the rain then
the things are going to
die. So
so you need a water source. Then another thing is that if you can have farmers around that place,
so
that you can learn from
where the land, where we know that the land is 250 for one acre. So what can we plant there? So it's so interesting.
In the water we are doing cassava, we do corn, we have mango. The mango farm is like 15 years old. Then we have coconut. The coconuts are now 3-5 years. Now we are doing draft coconut. Draft coconuts within 1 year they have started fruiting.
But this one, the land, I believe that will be the next video. Maybe we do on that particular on the land. So you can focus on more on the land. So you see how the land is. So if somebody wants 20 acres, 50 acres, you can buy or rent.
You can get to buy. So in the Volta region, you can get, this is Ebri, you can get to buy it. But Ebri is very expensive compared to the Volta region, because this place is very prime, you know how in Ho and the like, you can get in farming communities to buy, the price changes. If it's a freehold land, the price really goes. If it is well documented, the price really goes up. It's from the chiefs, the price is quite lower. So if you are buying an acre of land from the chiefs, you can be spending like 5,000 cedis, 10,000 cedis. But if you are buying an acre of land, well documented freehold, you can spend like $5,000 or even more. At a breed, the one we just heard of is $20,000. But that one is just off a main road between the investors. So that land,
that one is
no
very
longer
close.
farmland. There's electricity.
Yeah.
The one that my father has farmland. There is electricity on the land.
So this one you are watching, that one is the one you take.
The one that we showed, so the one we took the shot of, that one I think they are doing it 350,000 cedis.
Okay.
So 350,000 cedis is about $22,000.
So how many acres?
There's up to 15 acres there. It belongs to a family.
Okay.
So
the video you are watching, that one you are talking, that one the location.
So that is between Ebri. From Ebri, you pass our farm going to Ashesi University.
Okay.
So you see the road right there, and people are building a lot there. That place is going to be very prime.
I think that one that's a walking distance right there. The road to the main road to the land.
It's not up to 1 kilometer from the main road. So that place is very prime. If you are doing something that you have to be loading, bring your truck to site and just load it. And that place will become a very good location for any kind of estate investment in soon future. So that's what happens. If you buy the land and you have like freehold or renewable 50-75 year lease on it, within 25 to 50 years, the area develops. Then you can move into real estate.
Wow. I read the challenge about real estate. You can talk about it, but you have YouTube channel on. You're talking about more about it, so you can just
check it out.
Check it. Your channel and
subscribe to Engineer Viglo. This is a music channel. Group Hub, we do music, but my personal channel for real estate, touring Ghana, business, finance, and the like is Engineer Viglo. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere you can find me. I'm actually on LinkedIn as well, and my number doesn't change as you thought people's number will change.
Oh, but you can message out.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I should mention it. Yeah. So my number is +233 so 206586 Okay, 206586 So I actually don't sell farmland, but if you want farmland in any location, if it's my dad's you want, I give you his number. If it's from the chiefs you want, I give you one of my guys' number. He has massive vegetable farms in that area, and anytime people want to just see him, they give us the land. So we give you for seller's number, and then if you want it at the Ebri area, I connect it to my partner here. His name is Tijani. Tijani is very good with vegetable farming. Like, he supplies some of the big restaurants in Accra with vegetables from here.
Okay, so
Yes.
I always see here, so I can ask him how they able to connect to this big companies. But people want to do farming. They want to do it such a way they can able to export to sell to big companies, because they say the local people, the price is less because they expect.
No. You can't make money if you are selling in Ghana. So if it's Tijani's number you want, especially if you're already farming and you need advice about vegetable and the like, you call me, you ask me. I don't like calls though. I like WhatsApp, because sometimes the call doesn't come through.
But WhatsApp, I think that if the message, the 5 hours or 6 hours, can let's
I'll certainly see it and respond. So send me Tijani's number, I'll send it to Tijani's number. Sure. The guy in the advertising, his name is for sale, I call him. His name is Salon Bejiko. I can send his number. Then my dad's land, what is happening is that one is big scale things. This for people who have money. So wodemaya has 5 acres there. There are other investors who have 10. There's a gentleman who has 30 acres there. He has a borehole who is coming to do a plant for food processing.
Wow.
So such a person, he's already processing. So if you farm beside him, you just ask him, is it corn you are processing? Or give me the breeds. Then you farm. When it's ready, he picks it up.
Yeah, so I need to meet I need to meet the person. So people contact him. So maybe they will go for.
They can work with that guy. So that's the thing about that. It's called off takers.
They want to work, but sometimes the opportunity is not there.
The opportunity is not there. So if you want to do it as a business, you start small. I tell people, just start small. Buy an acre, rent an acre, 5 acres, 10 acres, and then you start, then you scale it up, then you learn.
I think that we will end the video here. So any advice for the youth?
So
no, just advice for just start from those who are abroad who want to start farming.
If you're abroad and you want to start farming, I'll recommend that you partner with someone who is already doing it. Don't try to figure it all by yourself, because it's difficult, and also pace yourself. So you find someone, you try to learn about it, you visit, you see the person, you see the farm, you understand, then you ask about how you can partner. So if you want to be independent, maybe you are by his farm, so that he can guide you, so that he can show you. But if you go in isolation trying to figure it all out by yourself, it's not the best. Okay, if you have security reasons, I don't want to give the money to the person, run your thing close by him, but you need a friend, okay,
assistance,
to guide you, recommend people to you, because sometimes when we have issues, you need an agronomist. They'll give you a number. You understand? You need a tractor to come and farm for you. They will give you contact. So you start small, learn about it, and scale it up. No matter how big your vision is. If you have so much money, the worst you will do is to buy a lot of the land. But that too, I don't really think you have to do enough. 10 acres is okay. Okay, you buy 10 acres. Then you learn. You may realize that, the thing that you really want to do, there's no market for it in the Volta region, so you have to go to the north.
Once I know burger, they come with the big money, so they want to do that.
They want to buy everything. As if they want to relocate to the village. You don't have to. You understand? And then connect the people and understand. And don't be just there sending money. No, visit the farm once a year so that you can see. Okay, and that's what I'll tell the burgers. Then for the youngsters too, don't compete with the burgers. Okay, the burgers have dollars, so they can do things on a bigger scale. So just start small, rent a small place, do it, learn it, and get your hands dirty. Don't just leave the farm for some other people and just stay at home. So I have a farm. It doesn't work out there. You have to visit the farm every weekend or every other week. Farming is really expensive. Apart from the fact that there is money in it, it's capital intensive. So if you are not sending money down, or you begin to complain that they are always asking for money, it's not just last week that they weed the place and then, but if you are there, you are seeing it for yourself that they weed it, but it has come again. You have to spray. You understand? Then you have to give this thing. You spray for weedicide, then you spray for pesticide. You understand? Then you give manure. Depending on what kind of manure you are using, you lean towards organic. Even the organic one is expensive. You get it. So all those dynamics are there. Then you learn, then you scale it up. Just start small and grow yourself. You get it. That's what I would say.
Thank you very much. Please your number again and
my number again is 020, or if you want, +23320 6586 And my name is Engineer Viglo for short. Yes.
If you are new to this channel, please subscribe for me. Subscribe, like the video, share, and comment. If you have any comment you want to say, I want to know where you are watching us from.
Yes, so you state where you are watching from, and you say, I want to be a farmer when I grow. Yes, I'm really inspired. I like the work you are doing. I didn't know your channel before, but I watched it. I think you should continue. And then we will learn together and grow together. We begin to share opportunities where there is an off-taker and they need supplies, and then people begin to lean towards it, and we share the agri opportunities together. Because the next millionaires in Africa are going to be farmers. I'm telling you for sure.
Oh, by following a YouTube channel, because the video I click is very inspiring.
Yes.
Click on it and just follow the channel. You will see I'm adding videos there, so I can learn, because the youth, right now on the youth, you need to read up, and because what the age that we are compared to outside people. If you are in 30 years and your age mate, what they are doing? Seriously, what they are doing in African?
Is it our fault? That one is not our fault.
So right now, the data that we are using, we can learn a lot.
Yes.
I learned photography on online.
Okay.
More than 7 years. I learned more because now I have a master who is teaching me this in computer, how to repair computer. So right now, it's a pastor. So you never go to cafe. You go out, just follow him. I'm in Winnipeg, so you just go to the school cafe. So he was there. He just buy time for me. So I was.
So cafes really help you. That's the power of internet.
So the YouTube there is really helped me a lot. YouTube. Anytime I want to learn, I started a YouTube channel. I learn a lot on that. So I know that somebody called YouTube is a school. It's
actually the biggest university in the world.
But everything is there. So want to use the data well, and just have to learn a lot, because you will end the video here because